What's up? Welcome to today's live stream. I think it's today's live stream. I don't think I live streamed earlier. Maybe I did. If I did, welcome back. If not, welcome to the live stream. Today is February 15th, Thursday. Almost the end of the week. And lots of things going on these days. Okay. Yeah, lots of things going on these days. I have decided a few days after publishing my video where I said that I would keep my Vision Pro. I've decided that, and I'm not going to keep the Vision Pro. I had an experience the other night that just made it to where it's like, nah, I'm good. It was, let's call it the final two straws that finally broke the proverbial camel's back. I tried to watch a video, like one of the immersive videos, and learned that you have to be sitting up. Like you have to be sitting, like this, like normal people sit. I was trying to watch it in bed while laying down. You can't do it. It doesn't work that way. Very disappointing. And then to add, this was the last straw. I was trying to do my Chinese studying. I have an app that I use for just to keep me engaged with the language or whatever, given that I live in Houston. And yeah, it was night. I didn't have any lights on, and I kept getting these errors saying to uncover the sensors. The sensors weren't covered. It's just that it was dark in my room because I have the blinds down, and I generally don't have lights on when I'm in my room at night. So yeah, that was interesting because it means that I can't really use my device in the dark. And if it wouldn't have kept warning me, it would have been fine. Like if it just warns me once, hey, you may have degraded features or whatever. Sure, that's fine. But that's not what it did. What it ended up doing was interrupting me every minute or so, every minute or 2 minutes, telling me that I needed to uncover the sensor, and it completely took me out of my experience each time. Wasn't a fan of that. Now let's fast forward. Basically after that point, I decided that I'm not going to keep it. But let's fast forward to today, 2 days later. And I decided that I would I would try to show what I'm talking about. Because, with the Vision Pro, it's very difficult to show other people what you're seeing. So I was like, you know what, let me try to record my screen so that I can show other people what I mean. Can't do that. The content is DRM and Apple censors it. So what you will see when I share the video, all you see is the play, the transport. You actually see it moving in the video, and yeah, it's just black. And it's not just black for the video; it's black for me too. So I can't watch a movie on Apple TV and record a scene or whatever and then share that. So that basically affirmed that I'm making the correct decision of returning this. This isn't what I want. It's incredibly dystopian because you can't even share what you see. And the manufacturer is deciding what you can show other people. And I also don't like the fact that I can't plug in. I can't use these screens for anything else. I can only use it to view the content that Apple has deemed appropriate for me to be able to watch on that device, unless I'm willing to suffer through using Safari, which I'm gonna be honest, I hate Safari. I don't even use it on my regular, on my Mac. I try my best to avoid using I don't even really use my phone for internet much because I hate Safari, and that's the only option on the the Vision Pro. So I was supposed to return it today, but it's already almost 8 o'clock. So I wanted to do the stream first. I'll be returning it tomorrow around lunchtime, I suppose. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing any more Vision Pro content after this, unless it's talking shit about the Vision Pro, real talk. All right. But for today, I don't really have anything planned. I just knew that I needed to do a stream. I don't know if I've mentioned this at any other point, but I actually have a goal to hit for this year. It's 400 stream hours, and part of that means that I have to stream. That's actually a fairly ambitious goal for me because last year I barely hit 345. So this year I'm gonna go ham. Anyway, let me close some things off of my screen to make sure I don't have anything that I can't show from work. Looks like we're good. Okay, all right, cool. All right, so we'll jump right into my screen share. Get to see what I was working on earlier. I'm not sure if any of you are familiar with Open API. This is back from the Swagger days, and they created the spec, whatever. So this is an API spec. Excuse me. Yeah, this is an API spec, and I've been talking to some folks internally to see if we can make this our source of truth, which is what it should be to begin with. And my reasoning is that if I can do all of my work here, I can completely avoid README, which if you've been following my streams for the past few days, you know that I've been working on docs and README. And if you don't know this, just go look at my past few streams. If you see virtual co-working, that means that I'm actually working, doing one signal type stuff. So if you're interested to see my issues and my complaints with README and their tooling and all of their stuff, you can go watch those. They're on VOD if you're interested. Okay. So last time when I left off here, I was working on adding a GitHub app. I was implementing a GitHub app, and I was trying to figure out the auth-flow. It wasn't behaving the way that I expected it to behave. And what I mean by that is that I was getting a webhook event before I got a response back from GitHub, which is interesting. So I guess today I will be spending some time to see if I can understand what's going on. That way I can game plan for the next time that I actually put in significant work on this. And also I'd like to add, if there's something that you would like to see or talk about over what I'm doing now's the perfect time. Throw something in the chat. To be honest, the only reason why I work on these things is because for the most part, none of you have nothing to say. But if you all have something to say, I'd rather talk to y'all about whatever's going on. Like I said, this is my excuse for content. So I would love to have other things to talk and do other than this. What in the world just happened here? I'm gonna close this and I won't save it. Okay, we're gonna go to, wait a minute. Oh, okay, there's a filter. I'm like, wait a minute. Okay, so we'll go to YT Slackbot. It says it's broken, but it's not truly broken. It's that I need to update the environment variables. I'm not gonna do that right now, but I can do that from the command line because as far as I am aware, I've integrated the Vercel stuff in my tooling. Let's see. We'll go into my directory and we'll go to there. Okay, so let's just see. No, we don't want to deploy. Is it like Vercel in or something like that? Yeah, there. Yeah, so I can add my end here, but what's cool is that I can straight up point it to a file, and I have a file with all of my environment variables in it. I'm not gonna show it, but I guess I am gonna show it. Well, fuck. All right. Give me a second. How do I do this? Okay. I love how I say I'm not gonna show it, and that's the first thing that's on there. It's as if I had that open last time and I didn't, and I know I didn't. But it's cool, whatever. It's fine. Let's go and do all of the things again. So now we have content. This is why we do this. So now instead of doing all of the things that I just said that I might do, I'm not going to do any of that. What I'm instead going to do is roll all of my keys. If I can find my freaking window, here we are. So all right, let's put this here and let's go back to my screen share. And then we're gonna go to GitHub, I think. Yeah, GitHub. And what is this? Code and color? Yeah, there we are. Fortunately, this is very easy for me to do now because I've done this so many times on accident to where now it's just like, I can just, if I mess up anything, it's easy. I just go to my things here. So I'm not going to show this. I'm going to pull that off screen. And let's go ahead and roll this key first. And maybe I'll make a script to do this because this happens enough to where like, it does take it takes too many brain cycles. All right, so let's go into my authentication and we're going to reset that secret. Oh wait, hold on, wait a minute. Maybe I didn't show anything that's relevant here. No, I did. My client secret. Yeah, I got to change that. Okay, fine, I'll do it. All right, so on the Supabase side, we're good. And the reason why we're good is because my secret is actually not stored in my environment. And the reason for that is that I have a secret that's on my computer. It's in my environment, actual environment, not my environment file, .m file. All right, so what we'll do is I'll bring this back over here and let's go and change up my Google API stuff. So we'll go and change that. I got to pull that over here. All right, let's go ahead and change the key. Oh shit, I have music. Okay, I thought I muted that. It scared the hell out of me. Okay, we're gonna take this secret. All right, and we'll disable the last one and delete it. All right, cool. We've accomplished one. Let's do the next one. I'll go ahead and close that over. Let's come back to here. Now we got to go to the Slack API stuff. So we'll go back and then we'll do this. All right. Let's get the client secret done again. We'll regenerate. Yep. All right, cool. So that's now done and I can save that change. All right, now we can do the final one, which is the GitHub app, which fortunately for me, I also added that link last time. And for some reason, I've said that, oh my gosh, this is annoying me now. I always tell it to use this, and there once was a time when, wait, why is this not working? There once was a time when it would ask you and like which one you want to use and it would save it, but it doesn't seem to be doing that anymore. It's trying to get me to use the app. And I wonder if it's because I have the app installed. Now I don't want to uninstall the app. So like, I guess, I don't know, I guess I'll just have to deal with it. But maybe one day I will just uninstall the app and see if it still bothers me about doing that, because I don't like it. All right, let's generate a new client secret and we'll copy that over to here. Perfect. Let's delete the old one. All right, cool. So now we are, oh wait, no. We're not done yet. There's one more thing to do. All right, so then we will close this and go back. Oh wait, no. I've already updated Slack. Oh, I need to update the Slack OAuth token as well. I forgot. Okay, there's two things in Slack that I need to do. So let me go to OAuth. Where is it at? Make it bigger. Oh, okay. It looks like the only way. Okay, I just need to reinstall it. Okay, fine. All right, I'm gonna just reinstall it into my org and get a new one. Perfect. So we're good there. Let me go back. Cool. So let's dump my new OAuth token in the environment file. All right, cool. Now we're good. Oh man, I don't understand why. It's like the plugin that I have doesn't even work. I have a plugin for this that supposedly is supposed to hide these things. All right, here it is hiding it now. Okay. Yeah, here it is. It's hiding it now, but I've noticed that it flashes. So this is what you were supposed to see. Well, you weren't even supposed to see this. I didn't even have the file open. And I don't even know if it's going to load that environment file. Let's see. Let's do a dev and let's see if it'll load it. Environment. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it loaded. Okay, perfect. Cool. Can I find name profile? Oh, okay. So we got to figure out what I was doing. I don't remember what I was doing, but maybe we can figure it out. All right, I am going to turn up the music. I don't know if I feel like talking to myself that much today. What's up, Casual Connors? How you doing? Well, yeah, I wasn't gonna talk to I was just gonna work, to be honest. And to be honestly, I was gonna be like, if it's too much more of it, I was just gonna go back and work alone, which is fine for me. It's fine for me. I am used to working alone. But yeah, how you doing today? Doing well. That's what's up. I think I want to set up my other microphone because in the past I used to have a mic pointed at my keyboard, and I got rid of it because space. I'm gonna just be honest, it's just space. I actually work at my desk. I don't want to, and I have this thing where like I don't want this streaming stuff to distract me from the work that actually matters to me, aka the thing that I make money from. Excuse me. All right. What was I about to do? Gotta get up. I want to add a link to the install because I keep forgetting what it is. So I'm gonna find it out right now. Yo, what's up? How you doing, Premium Forges? Or the Premium Forges? I'm wondering, did y'all just pop in? Did y'all hear the part where I'm going to be returning the Vision Pro? I'm not gonna keep it. So if y'all have questions about the Vision Pro, or if you wanna, whatever, chat about that, I'm happy to switch gears into that after I get this link. After I get the link. Because I know I'm gonna have to deal with this again in the future, and I don't know if I can do it. How do I even get to the link? Also, I'm gonna do a quick test right quick. Do y'all tell me which one, like, do y'all prefer this? So at the moment, I only have one mic on my desk. I actually have a lot of mics though. And I'm curious, does this sound cool? Here, I'm gonna move it. Hold on, let me move it. So like, if I were to get another mic, I don't know, y'all can barely hear me, but like, y'all wanna hear keyboard noises? So yes, I can mix that in, by the way. In the past, I used to have that. Uh, I don't think I have any from doing YouTube, but well, obviously you can't see it now. Never mind. I was about to say you could go to like Twitch, but you won't see any of those old streams. But in the past, I used to have my voice mix, which is what you're hearing now. Oh, excuse me. Oh, excuse me. Yeah, but you would hear my voice mix, and then I also had a mix for my keyboard and my mouse because I actually like the sound of my keyboard. Maybe other people don't, but I actually like hearing it. All right, let me find that link that I was looking for. Oh wait, though. What? What is this? Oh, I think I created this. Oh yeah, I forgot. I think I did this last time. We don't want this. Wait, what? Oh, I had to put the whole thing. Okay. All right. Let's go into my apps. Look at that. Log in to Slack. That's the wrong text. We want to say log into or install GitHub app. That's actually what this would be. Oops. Okay, all right, so now we got these two links, and let's see. All right, wait a minute, whoa. Okay, this is wrong. I do need to reinstall the app because oh wait, did I already reinstall the app? Oh man, I forgot. All right, let's go into the Slack workspace. Let's see what's going on here. I'm gonna go to my Slack dev testing. Bring this over here. Wait, how do I? Okay, all right. I guess I do have to have all of this open. So I still have the app here. Okay, it's still here. I'm gonna uninstall it because remember I had to roll all of my stuff, so I want to uninstall it and reinstall it. Even though I've already done it from the Slack UI, I want to do it and make sure that my stuff is still working the way that I expect. So we're gonna say install the Slack. We'll do allow. Enable to connect localhost. Oh, okay. There's one other thing that I have to do. All right. Looks like I knew it, but I just never got around to doing it. Okay, now we can try it again. Okay, perfect. So let's look in Slack now. And we'll do add apps, make sure it's here. Yeah, we are, cool. Perfect, so it's back, we are good. Let's refresh. Oh wait, oh, never mind, I did it, okay. This app is just for your workspace. I wonder if I hard coded the channel that it has access to. Or do I need to also add it to the channel now? Probably that too. Let's go into here. Ah, fuck. Dev testing. Yeah, I gotta add the app to the channel now. Perfect, cool. Okay, so, oh yeah, all right, cool. So now we have that, and I kind of want this to open in a new window. I think that's what I want to happen. I forgot the name of the thing. Is it refer or none or something like that? Shit, I forgot. All right, we'll look this up because I've literally forgotten the property. So it's href. Oh no, a, and then HTML, open a new tab. Oh, it's target. Okay, there we go. And that'll be none or blank. I'm sorry. I don't know why I have it in my head that I want that to be none. This is fine because it reroutes me back here. I don't know what my app is doing at the moment. What do I do? I kind of want to, I don't know, I want a callback URL. That's actually what I want here. And I know I could use this webhook, I guess. The problem with using the webhook is that it goes to my API and it doesn't flow through my auth. So I really have no idea who this person is unless they were to log in with GitHub, which I don't support right now. I have a decision to make. Do I want to give up on getting the authorization at the time the user installs the app? I think I am. I think I'm just gonna give up on this strategy here. I want this to go through. Like, I want this to be consistent with how I'm doing all the other things. So, for now, it's gonna be my local host, which means that I have to have that same, what do you call it? Proxy. I have to proxy it essentially. Saw your earlier statement on returning the AVP. I totally get it. I'm gonna throw this on the chats for everyone can see. I predict Apple may drop prices in like 6 months or so, like they did for the first gen iPhone. Regardless, I don't think your issues with the device have anything to do with the price. Yeah, I am of the mindset that, did they go down? I thought iPhones have basically been 600 plus since their inception. I don't see Apple lowering the price on the Vision Pro. Here's why. It's actually not overpriced. Those micro OLED screens are incredibly expensive. They're effectively they're subject to the same constraints and limitations and all of the cons of making regular computer chips. Well, not regular, but advanced computer chips. It's the same process. They have to worry about yields and all of that kind of stuff. And because they're using wafers are circular, and just because they're a circle and the chips are actually square means that you're throwing away a lot of stuff. So, this is new display tech. I mean, I don't see it going down. Like, how can it? When you think about the M2, which is what's powering the Apple Vision Pro, the cheapest way, or the least. Seriously, I fucking hate Siri. What was I saying? Yeah, so M2. I think the cheapest that you can get into an M2 is the Mac Mini, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know what they cost. We're about to go see what they cost. And I want to say that the Vision Pro has 8 gigs of RAM. I really don't know. So let's say you get the 512, and obviously this part doesn't matter. So the cheapest that you could get for the M2 is $800. So let's assume, and I'm assuming, I think that this is true though. I think that those two screens on the Vision Pro combined are about $1,500 cost for Apple. And when you add 800 to that, that's 20 something. I can't do math right now. I'm tired. I don't know. I feel like it's actually worth that price. Like, what would they drop it down to? Apple isn't really known for dropping their prices, and when they do, it's very low. I would say 10% at the most. If they were to, truly drop the price, it would be 10%. But, just going more into the Apple and pricing, and why another reason why I don't think it'll happen is when you look at some of their older products, they haven't lowered the price. Here, I'll show you an example of one such product. Let's take the Pro XDR. Do y'all remember when this came out? This is old technology at this point. They have better display tech. In fact, my iPad, this is the M1 iPad over here. This has more, what do you call those things? It has more dimming zones, like more of those, because it's a micro, or is it a micro? I don't know if it's a micro LED, but it's a LED screen, but it has local dimming zones. Same with the Pro XDR that I have in front of me. And the panel on the iPad is superior in every way. Well, not in every way, but in a lot of ways to the one that I have in front of me. Same as on my MacBook Pro. Like, those screens are better than what's on the Pro XDR, and they haven't updated this in a long time. I don't even know when this came out anymore. Let's see, when did the Pro XDR release? 2019. It is now 2024, so almost 5 years ago. And display tech has certainly improved in that amount of time. Oh, they did? Oh, wow. I didn't know that. So it went from 6 to 4? Is that because it was then subsidized by your phone company, or was it literally, that price? Because I know that in the past, people used to buy their phone on a plan, or maybe people still do that. I actually don't know. I haven't bought a phone on a plan since 2014, I think. So like, is that because they actually opened it up to where you can buy it through AT&T or Singular? As I remember, when the iPhone first came out, you had to buy directly from Apple, if I'm not mistaken. All right, so okay. Well, I mean, yeah, like 200 is a lot from 600. I don't think that they're gonna drop the Vision Pro by 30%. I think that's a lot to ask from Apple. I think if anything, they would just kill the product. Like, think about the HomePod Pro, which they haven't updated that in I don't know how long. They still sell those, by the way, and they're still the same price. Or how about this? Here's one, and this one pisses me off. if you wanted to buy a, wait, how does this even work? Man, their product stuff is confusing as hell. Is it under accessories? AirPods, okay, yeah, all right. That's weird that that's considered an accessory. The AirPod Maxes. When did these come out? They're still the same price. We have a second generation of the H2 chip. We haven't gotten anything on this. These are the same price. It's kind of ridiculous, to be honest. Let me see when these came out. AirPod Max release date. Wow, December 2020. So almost 4 years. So I don't think I'm disagreeing. I'm just saying that, you know, history. Apple has a track record of not reducing prices. They tend to just stick to where they are. So the reason why I bought my Apple stuff directly from Apple. What the hell is this shit? The fuck? All right, obviously they have an agenda. They're part of this agenda, this woke shit. I hate this. This is disgusting. Oh my gosh, I'm that just ruined my night. What the fuck is that? I don't even know what I was talking about anymore. What was I talking about? That just oh my gosh, that took me out. I don't even know what I was saying anymore. Oh my gosh, I might have to stop buying Apple stuff if this is what they pushing. I don't know, man. I can't get behind all that. All right, let's just move on. Yeah. Let's see what the name of this input is. But yeah, you got any questions about the Vision Pro or whatever? Happy to talk about, you know, why I'm getting rid of it. And you're right, like it's not really the price. I told my friend, because he was like, if it were $2,000, I would keep it. And I was just like, you couldn't pay me to want to use it at this point. And I mean that. Like, I do not want to have it on my face. When I put it on within 5 minutes, I'm just like, I want to take this off. I wanted to like it. You know, give it that. All right, I did the thing that I said that was that was intended to do. All right, we got there. Now when I click this, I should be able to do the thing. All right, perfect. Or not perfect. I need to sign in. My device supports passkeys. What's passkey? Is this some browser shit? Google. If it's Google, I definitely don't want to use it. Let's see what a passkey is. I don't know what that is. Use passkeys to sign into apps and websites on your iPhone. But I'm not on an iPhone, so why is it telling me to use passkey? This seems like it's all in Apple's ecosystem. I don't want them to know any of my passwords, especially what I just seen. I don't trust them. They're uniquely generated for every account by your own device. You mean like my password manager? Like that? And it's stored in iCloud? No, thank you. I will not accept convenience at the expense of security. I will pass. Yeah, you're right. Yo, what's up, Hittable Spank? I am unfamiliar with WSG. What does that stand for? What does that mean? How long have you had the Vision Pro? I got it the day it came out. So February 2nd, it was delivered. And I am returning it tomorrow. So it'll be 2 weeks tomorrow. And I maybe have used it for a total of 4 or 5 hours. Where am I streaming to? Well, if you're watching this now on YouTube, I see you're watching this from YouTube. I'm streaming to YouTube. And I also stream to Twitch and Twitter. I used to stream to LinkedIn. And in the future, if I can, like, I tried to start streaming to, I think is Kick, is that it? The other one, the one with the green, I think is Kick. I tried to stream there and it wouldn't let me, so I kind of gave up. I didn't try that hard, to be honest. I was just like, I spent 5 minutes. So if you want to get to my Twitch channel, here's what I would recommend you do: is go to, just here, I'll show you how I would actually do it. So if you come to my channel here and you go to, I don't even know how you use YouTube, I'm gonna be honest. Okay, you click whatever okay, what did I just do? How did that, wait, what? Okay, you click figuring things out. I thought there used to be an about on my channel. Maybe they've changed this. But you click whatever that thing is, and then you click on my link tree right here. And what you'll see here is you'll see all of the places. So you can go follow me on wherever, Twitch if you want. By the way, my primary platform is YouTube. I am mostly streaming to Twitch. That's just like it's there. And then you can go follow me on Instagram. I don't do this type of stuff on Instagram. If you like, I do like my cooking stuff. I cook food. And sometimes I'll show that. It's basically like my general life, just what I do in general. I know some of you are following me there, and it's very different from what you'll see here. You won't see anything tech related. It's mostly my photography from when I go out and travel. I haven't been any, like, honestly, my last major trip, well, it's not a major trip. My last trip was to Taiwan, and I canceled my Q3 travel. I canceled my Q4 travel to try to hit my goal. My stream goal, the one that I kind of hinted at earlier, which is why I'm trying to get 400 this year. I missed my goal last year, despite canceling all of my trips from Q3 through to Q4. So now I kind of regret it, because I'm just like, I didn't even hit the goal. I could have just went to Tokyo and Hokkaido and Osaka, which is what I had planned. And anyways, just check out my link tree. You can figure out all the things that I do here. I'll be honest though, I'm not the most social person. Does that make sense? Like, I don't really I don't do a lot of social stuff. Not in social media. I grew up before social media was a thing. So most of the social stuff I do is in real life with actual people who I'm around. What's the longest time you wore the Vision Pro? Like 30 minutes. Yeah, 30 minutes is the max. I don't like wearing it at all. When I put it on, it's a chore to keep it on. I don't enjoy having it on my face. I got your live recommended, as I'm always learning coding right now in the cave. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, so so here I'll give you a little bit of. When I say learning the code, it's very tongue in cheek. Here I will show you the product that I built. Along with, I had 3 other teammates, of course. It wasn't just me. But here, you can see this. This is what I built. And this is why I use it. So I'm sure that some of you are like, why is this guy using a Git client instead of using a Git command line? I do know the Git command line, trust me. But yeah, like I built it. So like, why wouldn't I use my own work, And if you're really interested to see some of this stuff, I can show you some things. So we can go to, I guess we'll just have to go to the internet here. So let's go to GitHub, and we'll go to desktop. We'll go to our PRs, and then we can say author, I am Will Shepherd. And then, there you go. 235 closed. So you can see all of the stuff that I did if you're really interested. It's been a while, but I'm probably still in the top 5, top 6 contributors, even though I haven't done anything with it in a while. Oh, no. Well, I'm 7 now. Okay. Which is fair, like Brendan and Shift. I'm sorry, I shouldn't. Nick and Shifkey. As far as, looks like Shift key has stopped. So it's just Nick. I'm using handle names. I actually know these people in real life. So yeah, like you can see that I did a while. And I left a while ago. You see my last commit was over here. So anyway. And I did some other stuff there as well. But yeah, I'm kind of learning in a way. Oh, you follow me on Twitch? I appreciate it. Thank you. I appreciate it. You're learning C++ right now, and you're new, so it's very hard, but I'm learning small. I know Python and HTML and other stuff. I'm curious, why are you learning C++? Like, I recommend people learn a language and learn it well. And when I say well, I'm talking about an expert at it. All too often, what I see newcomers doing is they spread themselves too thin and they start learning all these different languages. And to be honest, the language that you know is irrelevant. It's more of, do you understand how computers work, the systems, the operating system? Do you understand the technologies that we're building with at a fundamental level? So let's say you're doing, a lot of people are into web. So it's just like, how many people do you think really understand the web as a platform? If you ask me, I would say it's not as many as there should be. Or let's say that you're building desktop applications, right? Like, how well do you understand your underlying platform or your platform that you're building on? I said underlying because I'd also worked on Electron. So it's a little bit different, where it's cross-platform, and that's 3 different platforms. That's Windows, Mac OS, and Linux. So, understanding this, and for instance, like, here's some that I'm pretty sure many of you may not know about, but some of you will. The Apple Human Interface Design Guidelines, or whatever. Like, these are the guidelines that you should know for your platform. Let's find Mac here. Design for Mac OS. So like, this is stuff here that you should really, really, really know like the back of your head, because people, especially in desktop land, they have strong expectations, at least the power users, and I happen to be one of those. So it's like, we have strong expectations for how things should work. If you can give me some pointers, if you know C++, I do know C++. My pointer is to not use it. I'm not joking. I would not recommend C++. I personally don't like it. I think it's worse than C. And if I were going to do a C, I would just do C. Real talk. I think C++ is kind of jank. There are some other languages that are attempting to solve some of the problems that C++ has. Like Rust is one that's a really popular one. Another one is called Zig. If you're into languages, I always recommend to just like learn one language and stick to that. Become incredibly useful and valuable in your one language, and what you may find is that people won't care. If you're a good programmer, you're a good programmer. But often a lot of people aren't really that great. They're okay, but they're not great. And I'm not talking about like in like typing code. I mean like in problem solving. Most of the jobs that I've gotten them even though I didn't know the target language. Like my first job out of college was what was it? C#. I didn't know C# at all. I knew a little bit of Java, C, and C++. But the senior engineer there, he was a graduate of our school, and he understood that my school didn't prioritize languages. So he was just like, they can learn the language pretty easily. And I learned C# in a week. Same thing when I joined, what is this company? Well, the company doesn't matter. But I got hired in and I didn't know SQL at all. And my job was to do SQL shit. And they brought me in and I learned SQL within a couple weeks. Same thing for GitHub. When I first joined GitHub, I did not know TypeScript or JavaScript for that matter, like real talk. And I was coming from a C# because that's what I've been working on, as well as SQL and some other things. And I learned TypeScript within my first few days. I think my first PR was a couple days after I got there. But yeah, you've been coding in Lua Python? Wait, I thought Lua was a separate language. I'm curious, did you learn Lua because of Vim? Are you like a Neo Vim user? That's the biggest use case for Lua. Lua, in my opinion, it's just like, if you use Vim or VI, you probably use Lua. You really find C++ very interesting. I think C is the one because you learn the system, like what the computer is doing. But I don't know. I might be the wrong person when it comes to asking about languages because I'm a very pragmatic person. I have spent my career writing in all kinds of languages. I've even built my own programming language once upon a time, my own compiler as well. It was actually based on the LLM compiler, LLVM. But, grammar, all that stuff, I did that myself. And I'm of the opinion that most of the time, the programming language isn't the thing that's holding you back. It's oftentimes all of the other skills that people try not to focus on. They call them soft skills, even though those are the ones that are hardest. For instance, you're talking about programming language. I would encourage you, and I'm not saying that you don't know English well, but I would say focus on English or whatever your language is and how to communicate, how to construct an argument, for instance, how to persuade people to join or to align with whatever you have going, or how to write a very good product specification or a technical specification, or how to write a very good, like a really good code review, or how to write commit messages, or how to write memorandums, or emails to different types of people, whether they be, a C-suite executive at another company, whether it be your manager, whether it be someone who's like, maybe your colleague, or maybe someone below you when it comes to seniority. Like, those are the things that I would encourage engineers to focus on over code. And I say that as someone who, I've been on both sides, right? Like, I've done the engineering, but I've also done the leadership side of things. And at least from what I can tell, you may not be this person. I want to be clear here. We all have our different reasons. But a lot of the people who I've come across, they get into software or programming because they want to make a lot of money. Or not, I guess, I don't know if they want to make a lot, but they want a 6-figure job, and that's a lot to them, right? I am of the mindset that, because I'm one of those unicorn engineers who's made a little bit more than that. It's like, you don't get to that by just being good at coding. Like, you have to be good at writing, at speaking in public, at like talking to different people no matter where they are. And I don't mean like location wise, I mean experience wise. Like, what are their experiences? What do they know? Are you able to explain, incredibly technical concepts to, a junior engineer, senior engineer, a principal engineer, a CTO, like the CEO, like all these different people? I think that's more valuable. But that's just what I think, right? Like, we all have our different things. But yeah, let's see, Lua Python, no, in 5M game server. So I actually have no idea what that is, game server, but I am assuming that there are other games that use Lua for scripting, like scripting type of stuff. I've never actually used Lua, but people seem to like it. I've used, is it Erlang? I don't know. I forget what it is. I don't know. There's so many esoteric languages that I've done in the past. Like, I used to do a language called OCaml back in my F# days. And then I got into OCaml at Reason ML. Here, this right here. This is back when I was getting into quantitative trading type stuff. So like Reason ML is basically F#, but not really F#. It's OCaml, which F# is kind of a derivative of OCaml. But this is like React essentially, but in a functional language, and it's actually kind of cool. But I don't know. After I started my company a long time ago, I don't do a company thing anymore. But when I had my own company, I learned that yes, there are languages that are cool that I would like to use, but then there are also languages that other people know and that I can actually hire for. And that kind of changed that's why I'm a little more pragmatic now. That changed my approach when it comes to languages. I am probably not evaluating the language along the same lines as the rest of you. Like, I don't really care about language features anymore. I'm more concerned with, is it going to enable my team to move fast? Right? Like, is there a decent amount of community support so that if things go wrong, am I having to go and read through source code to figure out what's going on? Am I having to go through user groups to get answers, or can I just kind of make a Google search and get to a reasonable explanation fairly quickly? Stuff like the documentation, for instance. The reason why I settled, I'm coming from someone who hates JavaScript and the whole ecosystem. I don't like any of it. And TypeScript it made it bearable for me, but like even then, it's still Node and JavaScript. I ended up settling on making Node or technically TypeScript one of the official languages that I supported within my company. And what I mean by that is that there were only a few languages that I was willing to accept for any project, right? So if we start a new project or a new service or whatever, you can only write it in 2 languages for me. It was 2 languages. And I chose those languages based along those kind of criteria that I've said, where it's just like, how many people are using it? How easy is it to hire for? Like, I can get over if the language is slow, because to be honest, your users don't really care as much as you do about that kind of stuff. Or put another way, your user won't have anything to complain about if you can't even get the app in front of them. So I started to, it shifted the way I think about, evaluating languages. What am I coding now? I'm building a tool that's going to help me for my streaming. I have a very long in-depth video about what it is that I'm building. I'm going to refer you to that because, I'll give you a TLDW, too long didn't watch, but I would encourage you to go watch that. Let me find it right quick. It wasn't long ago, I don't think. Maybe it was this one. Yeah, let me see. I actually don't know. I had to check. Yeah. So look at 12, like the 12th, and is it the 10th? The 9th or the 10th? I think it's the 9th or the 10th for February. Look at one of those. But the too long didn't watch is like this streaming stuff. It's it's a lot to deal with, and I would like to be able to know what it is that I've done in a stream. So actually, let me back up. I want to back up. I first want to talk about what made me even think about doing this. Initially, I just wanted an easy way to get to my stream manager when I started the stream on all of them, right? Like, I streamed on multiple platforms. So yeah, you may be always a bit easy. After you do, after you've done 200 plus streams, you're repeating the same set of steps, it becomes an issue. And because each stream has a unique URL, I can't just bookmark it. So that's the problem, right? So initially it was like, all right, whenever I do a live stream, I would like to get a message in my Slack channel. Here, I can pull that up right quick, I think. Yeah, I want to get a message in my Slack channel letting me know that I've started a stream. I haven't actually ran it in a while, right? So that was the initial thing. Then it would be really cool if I can notify the other folks in my Slack whenever I do a stream, because sometimes they'll be like, oh, I didn't know you were doing it. You should have said something. And I'm not really good about remembering to do shit like that, because it's just like, I'm used to relying on computers to do all that stuff for me. I did look for an app in the Slack marketplace that would do that. It didn't exist. So I was like, I guess I have to build it. So I built it. That has been done for a while now. A long while. Fast forward a little bit longer, I'm like, you know what? I can do more with this. I used to take notes whenever I would start these streams. So I would start the stream with like, here's what I want to accomplish as a to-do list, as well as I'll go and review the notes from my last thing. But that becomes a little tedious because I have to manage this stuff, and I have other things that I have to do. So I was like, you know what? What if I could have my my bot essentially create my notes, basically a template for now, and then just throw it up on GitHub, and then create the PR. And then on my local machine, I just do a pull and I have my latest note and I just do my typing. So that way I'm not having to worry about the consistency of my notes between notes, which is an issue if I'm the one having to do it. So that's done actually. So I can show you what that looks like. I think this is closed, but you can kind of see what that looks like. This is just a template. Just keep that in mind. It's not the full thing, what it will be, or maybe it's nothing right now. Yeah, here you are. Oh, okay, yeah, it has. All right, and this is some other stuff. We'll get to that later. So yeah, so initially it was like I want to be able to have my notes in GitHub. All right, so I have the GitHub integration, and now I'm building the GitHub app so that the authentication can flow through that. And the idea behind this is that I will have my video summary based off of the actual content of my video. So what you're seeing here, and this is where I'm at now. I'm trying to do some other things, and I'm gonna clean this up. I am now generating transcripts locally after my stream ends. So I have an event that fires, which calls something on my machine, which then goes and gets the video. It will then use FFmpeg to strip out the audio from the video. And at the moment, I'm using something called SOX to resample my audio. However, I'm probably gonna move that to FFmpeg so I can rely on less tooling to resample my audio. And from there, I'm using Whispered CCP, which is the model, the open source model from OpenAI, to do my transcription. And that's all running locally at the moment. And from there, I am about to, I'm not going to do it now, but in the future, after I get this GitHub stuff done and do some other cleanup, I'm going to build something called an RAG, which is a retrieval augmented generator. You can think of it as, I have all, like, for instance, this is a lot, right? This is a transcript from one of my videos. It's 2.5 hours. Some of my transcripts could be 3, 4, or 5 hours of me talking. And I can't just throw that in the LLM and expect it to do anything with it, because it's too much. There's only so much context that a model can keep in memory. And knowing that, I'm like, you know what? Maybe I can do a two-pronged approach. I can summarize this, and then I just have a summary, and that can go here, in the video summary, that's the plan. And then, I will have these video summaries in each of my notes. And then in the future, when I want to be able to find some type of stuff, what I can do is I can do a natural language search, and I can find the documents that are most likely to contain the stuff that I want, and then use basically go to the actual document that's the most closest in similarity to my search terms, and then feed in certain parts of that document as context to my LLM that'll be running locally to produce a timestamp. Specifically is what I'm looking for. I want to be able to find I'm saying, when did I talk about resampling audio? And this can go and look through all of here and figure out when was I actually doing that. And then it'll return to me a link. Maybe it'll be the top 3 links. I don't know, just all the links that have that, but it'll be a timestamp. So if I click it, it'll take me to that point in the video. So that's currently the feature that I'm building. But to be honest, this started out as just an excuse for content, right? It's just my excuse for content. In all honesty, I'd rather talk about whatever y'all want to talk about. So it's like, if you're coming here and you're wondering what I'm building, I'm only building when I don't have people to talk to. That's just being honest. But this is also good for me to build because it will help me, right? And that's really the key, is that there's a lot of things with streaming that I don't really want to do. I'm like, may as well have my computer do it. One such thing is content amplification. That's posting to Twitter, to LinkedIn, to Instagram, to Threads, all of these places. I can have my models generate my my content amplification posts based off of what I talk about in that video. Some of the other things that I started thinking that I can do is I can start to offer my content in different languages, like French or Chinese. It'll probably be Chinese because that's that's my target language. So, I can basically take this here and build not a transcription service, but a translation service that can translate it to the target language. Basically, it'll have like, let's say we have this right here. We have this sentence, and then I can show the pinyin version of that sentence as well as the simplified characters. Those are the only characters I know. I don't know traditional, but maybe, I don't know, maybe I can have it spit out traditional, and have it automatically send over to someone who I'll eventually hire to kind of proofread these things so that I'm actually getting decent translations. Does that answer your question? Maybe. I know that was a long roundabout way of. The short answer is I am doing this so that I have content, so that I'm not just sitting here in front of a camera waiting on people to show up. I know that'll never happen. Oh, Zig. Zig is a C competitor. I mean, sure, I guess. Like, it's in the same realm as C, C++, Rust. I mean, they're all general purpose languages, to be honest. Like, any general purpose languages can be this. They're all the same. Replace the battery soon. All right, I gotta buy new batteries for my Apple, my AirTags. It's annoying. Man, I hate doing stuff. Like, I had to buy a freaking battery. Gosh. Let's see. I'm glad a new person joined the stream. I needed the refresher. Well, it's I thought I remember running my last stream through. I did it through OpenAI. Let's see. Let's go back. Let's check that out right quick. See if I can find that. Let's see. Vision. Expanding collaboration opportunities. Is that it? Nope. Locate dispatch. I'm looking for when I talked about this, because I talked about it and then I actually showed someone, and I want to see if I can find the end result of that, because I did talk about what it is that I'm building, but I don't see it. So maybe, dang it. Let's see, was it new chat? Remove words, camera, hexadecimal, translate. All right, well, never mind. I don't see it. It means it didn't happen, I guess. All right, yeah, I don't see it. So we're just going to say that it never happened, even though it's in a video somewhere. But until I build this out, we don't have proof, and I'm not willing to go find it, which is another reason why I'm building this, because I don't have time to find anything. Wait, I'll check receipt. Who is this? I'll drop off tomorrow. Oh, okay. Okay. My last stream. Are you talking about the one that I was just working on documentation? You didn't miss anything. Why? Like, no one wants to see that. And the numbers show it. But remember, I have a goal of 400 stream hours. So it's like, I don't care. I'm like, I just need to hit the goal. Maybe next year I'll have like a target viewership or something like that. But for now, it's just like, I want to get better at doing things that like this, right? Like just putting stuff out there. It's harder than it seems for me, because a lot of times, like, I just want to get work done and like just be alone in front of my computer. But I'm trying to get better about putting myself out there, that kind of thing. So if you're here and you're wondering like why sometimes like I can kind of be a little hit and miss with this stream, is because for the most part it's a chore. I'm not sure how many of you get in front of your computer and talk to yourself for hours, but it's not very fun. And after about 2 years of doing it, it's hard to not be jaded. So I've been doing this for a while, just talking to myself. And like, honestly, it was before even I started streaming. I remember I used to make these videos for my team, like longer videos explaining some of the architecture, like architectural decisions, some of the design decisions, like, engineering design, as well as, actually going through and building out UI and just doing that and trying to just outline my thought process. And, they never really, man, it's actually kind of interesting because, like, many of you, I'm sure, have worked with people, but how many of you have worked with engineers who make 7 figures a year? Just out of curiosity. Because I'm of the mindset that if I had the opportunity to work alongside someone who's making that kind of money, you best believe I'm gonna be out here asking all kinds of questions, learning everything that I can learn from them, just taking full advantage. I'm that kind of person. Like, anyone, if they know anything, I see that, and I'm like, man, I would love to be at their level. Like, I'm asking all kinds of questions. I don't take that shit for granted. So it was a little interesting when I'm like, I have some of these folks who around me, and they're saying that they want to, be successful and all that kind of stuff. And I'm like, here I am, and I'm like, how many people of my, like, in my tax bracket are even willing to talk to you? And I know for a fact, because I live where I live, and most of my friends, they don't really talk to people. They don't talk to people who not in their income tax bracket. And it's just, I don't know. It's hard not to be jaded, because it's like I'm out here offering all this knowledge, all this game for free. And yeah, 6 figs, yeah. Let's just say at one point in my life, and no longer. I don't care about money like that anymore. Like, I learned that it doesn't solve any of my problems. But at one point, I was making 6 figures a month, and for about 19 months. So, and I don't live in California. I would never live there. Fuck that. I live somewhere else. But like, I was doing pretty well, right? And like, in order to get to those types of numbers, like, you have to, like, you can't be just doing like average. You can't be thinking about average level shit. Like, you have to do a little bit more. And like, in my mind, I'm like, yo, like, most of the people who are making that, like, you never really get a chance to talk to them, and all of a sudden I'm able to be in the rooms with these people, and I'm learning all of the things that they have to learn, and I'm like, I want to share this with others. And then when I find out, is that it seems like others don't really care. I hear a lot of people saying that they want to go out and make a lot of money, and they want to be successful, and then I'm like, well, here, I have a blueprint for you. And then to find out that people don't really want to work. So part of this, like, this learning to code, that's kind of what this is. It's that. Where it's like, the only way to learn is to do. And yeah, I'm yes, a little tongue in cheek, I do know how to code more than you may think. I'm not new to this, for real. I'm not trash. I'll just say that. I'm not a trash engineer. Some people call me great, but it's just like, I know a little bit of stuff, and like, what I'm trying to show is that you don't attain success by not working, right? One of the things that I used to hear a lot of people come to me about, and they'll say things like, "Ah, man, you're lucky." And yeah, we're all lucky. I was born in America. If you're born in America, you're just as lucky as me. I was born at the right time in the information age. If you're talking to me right now, so are you. Same position, right? Like, so it's like, people look at where I am now, and they'll be like, oh, well, you can do these things because you're here. It's just like, there was a point in my life when I was homeless. Like, it's not really, it's the work, right? Like, there was a point when I was working 80, 90, 100 hours a week for years. Or I would get home from work, and after the gym, I would go and study and do like, I have some of the books, like, I would do calculus problems and linear algebra. Like, I was learning these things even before I went to grad school, because I knew that at one point, like, I wanted to, finish and go and get masters and all these other things. So it's like, I was learning these, advanced math topics, and I was learning about languages, which is why I ended up building my own language. So I did all these different things, and I spent a lot of time, building up my craft to where I am able to, actually speak with a little bit of conviction about some of the things that you can do in this industry, because, like, I've done the work. It's amazing how far your chest sticks out when you've actually done the work and you've seen the results of your work. So for me, I don't know. I kind of wish that more people were willing to put in the work. And honestly, I think that there is beauty in work and hard work. It's something that I like. Like, that's really all I do now. And I don't mean like, I'm not trying to say that I'm a workaholic in that sense. It's just more like my philosophy on work is probably different than most of y'all's philosophy on it. My take is that nature is doing work. Like, all of the things that men build deteriorate, they depreciate, they fall apart. Why? It's because nature is doing work on them. And the only way to maintain these structures, these things that we have, is to work on them. So I look at work as like a continuation of human progress, where it's like, what else do we do, right? Like, either we want to go back in time and live harder lives, which also is probably more work, or maybe we want to improve where we are. And by the way, like that vision of the future that some of us may have requires effort, which is work to get there. So a lot of what I do is just, like, I'm working towards something. What it is, I don't know. It's just, what else is there? Maybe, obviously you have a family and all that kind of stuff. Like, that's work too. Like, to me, everything is work. If it requires energy, it requires work. And I mean that from a physical standpoint. Like, everything is work. So you may as well look for things to apply that energy and effort into that will continue, either human progress or maybe, better your life, that kind of thing. Wait a minute. Okay. Gotcha. Sorry, I'm over here text messaging people. All right, let's see here. Where was I? I don't even remember what I was doing. Tacos. All right, I guess I'm doing breakfast in the morning. Let me do a commit. This is probably a good time to commit. I did some changes, just one change. Y'all have any other questions? Like, dead ass, like, I'd rather talk about what y'all want to talk about. I'm gonna be real. I do know how to do all of these things, but I am now silently, like, I'm a little bit further along in my career to where, like, I've now recognized there are more valuable things to do. All right, so I'm happy to put this stuff off, like what I'm doing now, and chat about whatever you all want to chat about, and if you have technical questions, or I don't know, talk about that. Maybe it'll be more beneficial to most of you than just watching me code. Wait, what am I doing? What's the name of this app? It's YT Slack. I don't even know what the name of the app is. It's not even an app. Like, this is going to have actual infrastructure behind it because I have to run these language models. At the moment, I'm doing a hack. And here, I'll show y'all the hack in a moment. But let me do this. So we'll say add link to GitHub app. All right, go ahead and push that up. All right, let's go to GitHub right quick. We'll go to action. So I created this action here, and this we'll look at one of them. So it said list PRs. That's bullshit. I just haven't. I should probably come up with a name. When I first started it, I was listening to PRs just as a sanity check, so I just called it that. But that's actually not what it's doing. The reason why this exists is that I needed a way to run some of these very compute intensive tasks without having to, like, go spit up infrastructure and pay for it. I don't want to pay for it. So what I've done is I've set up a GitHub action, and I have a runner on my machine. I have a Mac Studio with M1 Ultra. And whenever I push things on it, I've configured this so that the action will then run on my computer. And what it'll do is it'll look on my NAS for the content. And some of these content could be like 29 gigabytes. So there's a legitimate reason why I'm trying to push that can or kick that can down the road. So I'll find the content on my NAS. I'll do some processing. That's what this is here. You'll see here. So I'm using SOX to convert it from 48 kilohertz to 16 kilohertz sample rate. You can see here I'm using FFmpeg to go out and pull out all of the audio. So that's what that is. And then after that, I'm running a local. So I have a fork of Whisper that I've done a little bit of fine tuning to for reason. I won't get into that. But yeah, I'm using Whisper to then generate these transcripts. And then these are all stored locally on my machine. And then I was supposed to start working on the follow-up to that, but I was convinced by a person who's not even here, I hope you see this, to work on the GitHub authentication, even though I was just like, honestly, I don't need to do that right now. And now that I've started that, I had to finish it, and things are broken. But fortunately, thanks to I haven't given up on good engineering practices. It's on a separate branch, so technically production is still working, right? It's still fine. It's just my preview branch is just junk. But I want to get this just out of the way because it just needs to get done. You're thinking of leaving FL? Is that Florida? Better salary, not Cali. What do you wait? Thinking of leaving FL? You're talking about Florida, right? I thought you were in Cali. Oh, you're asking me if I'm in Cali. Oh, no. I don't live in California. I live in Texas. No, I see. My bad. I'm sorry. I thought you were saying that you were in Cali. Yeah, I'm in Texas. Could head to Dallas with the company if needed. Florida. Okay, I see. Yeah. I live in Texas. The Lone Star State, the best state. I like Texas. I'm from here. I'm born and raised. I'm a native Texan. I'm surprised you couldn't catch that I'm from the South. I don't. People from California don't talk like me. Oh, okay. Wait, GitHub CB. This is wrong, I think. I remember what I was doing now. Okay, I remember what I was doing. I was in the middle of changing my authentication strategy for my GitHub app. Yeah. All right, I remember now. Yeah. And then I was like, I don't even know my routes anymore. For what it's worth, if you're wondering how come I don't know anything about this project that I'm building, it's because I only work on this project live while I'm streaming. So that's one thing. So you can literally see everything that I've ever done for this project if you're willing to go through the history. So yeah, everything that I've done is on stream, and I want to keep it that way. Now in the future, I don't know, there might be some things that, hold on, I'd love to introduce you to them. Okay. Wait, what do I have to do in the morning? I have a meeting at 9. Let's see. Yeah, I have a meeting at 9 a.m. tomorrow. Okay, what was I even talking about? I don't even know what I was talking about. Oh yeah, I was looking for something. I was looking for my GitHub auth callback. I think this is what I want, right? Yeah, I want that. So we're gonna call that API, or is that API? Yeah, API. Wait a minute. User will be redirect. Oh, this is where we're gonna redirect to. Okay, all right, so then I don't want to redirect there. I want to redirect to a page. Auth. Okay, I think it's, wait, what? Wait a minute, what? I thought I already did that. I have my callback URL that goes to auth GitHub, and then my setup URL. Oh, okay. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna have to make another path, and I gotta figure out how I want to have this happen. So this GitHub thing is my actual auth. What's callback? What the hell is this? Is this for Supabase? Man, I should really put docs. Oh, this is, yeah, it is Supabase. Okay, that gave it away. I should really start to document these things. I'm not going to do it. I'm going to kick the can down the road as usual. All right, we have GitHub, we have sign in, we have Slack. Okay, so we're not going to be doing that in auth. What I need to see is if I have a page for that. YouTube auth. Wait a minute, where is my GitHub auth callback page? Oh, I see. I see. Okay, so I really want this to be here. But before I can do that, I have to update the callback on the YouTube side of things. Yeah, I need to do some cleanup. I'm gonna just put that as a task right quick so I don't forget it. What is the name of this project? Code and color. Yeah, there we are. Go to our issues and we'll create a new one. And let's see, what do we want to call this? What do I need to do? All right, so we'll move Google auth callback under auth /auth. All right, and that is the YouTube auth callback. So I'll say YouTube auth callback. Yeah, so because I don't actually plan any of these things out, sometimes I will establish a pattern after I've done something and I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna go change it later. And then I'll never do it. I'll kick the can. And at least now I'm writing it down. So I'm just gonna call this a fix. It's not a bug. Actually, we're not gonna call it anything. We'll just leave it alone. Okay, so I need to have a setup URL. So let's do an onboard directory, I guess. I don't know. We'll call it GitHub, or I'm sorry, onboard GitHub /page TSX. Okay. So now we will navigate to onboard, whatever the hell I was just talking about. So that's going to be onboard GitHub, like that. All right. And yeah, I'm just going to copy this page here and delete everything. Oops. All right. So this will be my onboard GitHub or setup GitHub or GitHub setup. That we'll keep cookies. Yeah, we'll have a session. We'll do the auth crap. We'll have a session thing. What is this? Get user profile. Okay, I guess. Wait. I don't think I need any of that. No, I don't need the profile. We're good. We're gonna delete all this other crap. All right. We'll just call this. We'll just put a paragraph tag actually for now. Oops, why did that? All right, and then we'll just say setup GitHub. I don't know, setup GitHub. All right, let's clean up these things. Cool. All right, so why did I do that? I simply want to know, like, what information I'm going to be given because I have no idea. So this is this is post installation, and I want to know if it's going to give me like an installation ID or what. Like I need to know what it's going to do. And I have this webhook still here, so I will get both of these. And redirect on update. Redirect users to the setup URL after installations are updated. No, we're not going to worry about that now. Okay. Let's delete the app. Oh, did I already delete the app? What is, we have to go to Devro. Oh no, not Devro, that's, what is this, Devlog. Let's see if I have this still installed in this repository. Yeah, I do. All right, let's delete it. Oops. We don't need that right now. Move this over to this screen. Oh God, excuse me. Yeah, we'll move this over here as well. I had some terminals open at one point in time. Where did they go? Oh, okay. Throw it down here. So I have my proxy, which is going to allow me to route traffic through HTTPS on localhost. And I have this thing here. I need to actually update this. So we'll update this here. Wait, callback URL. Yeah, that's right. And then do it here as well. I should have a secret, to be honest. I should put the secret in here again. I had it before, and then I got rid of it when I had to recreate the app. Okay, so now we've done this. Let's install GitHub. And what I expect to happen is say we'll say GitHub installed. How about that? GitHub installed. This will just be like my way of knowing that it actually did the thing. And we'll also have that open, and let's also bring up this so that we can kind of see what's going on. Okay, we have a network open. So let's go ahead and install the GitHub app. Say install. We will do it for only one repository, which would be Devlog or Devlog. Okay, we'll install it. All right, look at that. So it took me here. Perfect. Okay, now let's see what we get. Okay, this is fine. This webhooks thing, that's fine. We're not worried about that right now. Now let's take a look at the page. Did we get anything here? Look at that. We do. We get the installation ID, which is important. So I need to store that. And I wonder if I can store this directly from the server. Do I need to call? I'm gonna try to store it directly from the server. All right. So I want to get these path params out. And cookies. Wait. Is it router that I need to get? Oh, I forgot. Let's see. Const A equal use router. Or is it navigation? No, I think it's router maybe. Let's see. Do we get query? Yeah, we do. Here. Perfect. Parsed URL query. Okay, so let's just call that B for now. All right, and what is the type of B? Is this, or it's a parsed something? Can I do this? Let's say const, we'll say, what is that? Installation, oops. Actually, is this an object? Can I just do equal B and then pull out installation ID? Will it allow me to destructure this? We're gonna see. I actually don't know. So in order to see, I'm gonna have to uninstall it. I don't really care about the setup action at the moment, but I am gonna pull it out. Call it setup action. Now, to be honest, I don't like this naming convention. So I'm going to renege on this, and we're gonna pull it out this way. Oops. And we'll call this installation ID, and we'll have a setup action, and that'll be whatever that is. All right, so A is going to be, we're going to rename this router, and we'll rename this query. So we'll just destructure it actually. Let's call that query, and oops, cool. So now we have better names. Yeah, I know. Fine, we're good. Let's see. You have a server component that imports next router use next navigation. Okay. Use next navigation. I don't get query here. Oh shit. Now I got to figure out how the hell to get the query. I know how to do this in Remix. I keep saying I need to switch to Remix, and I keep kicking that can. Let's figure out how do we do this in Next. Or maybe I have something where I'm doing this already. Let's just look. So we'll say parent or query, I guess. We'll look for that in my code base. I'm pretty sure I'm doing this somewhere else in life. No, I'm not. Maybe params. Next navigation, use search params. Okay, all right, never mind. It's use search params. All right, cool. So we'll just call this use search params. Remember, I don't actually know Next. I started out with Next because it's easy to set up an API and Vercel and all that stuff. So I was just like, I'll use that. Going back to that pragmatism, where it's just like I just need this language, doesn't matter. That's the only reason I'm using TypeScript, by the way. It's because that's what. When I did the new Next app or whatever it is, it was TypeScript. So I'm like, all right, TypeScript it is. All right, so we're gonna call these our search params. And what is this gonna give me back? All right, let's see how we can use this search param. Actually, you know what? I have it here. It's get. Okay, so we'll get rid of that. And we'll say search params is going to be those, and then dot get that. I think that's good. Except I misspelled setup action. Let's spell it correctly. Set up action and installation ID. Setup action, installation ID. All right, perfect, cool. So now we're getting that, and let's see how that looks. Error. Okay, what's the error? Only works in client components. I was under the impression that this was a client component. This is what, man, I don't like Next. My gosh. I am going to switch one day. I'm going to do more than just talk shit about it. I will switch one day, just not today. And we're going to say use client. And now what is it complaining to me now? You're importing a component that needs Next headers. Wait, what? What component is that? Oh, I'm dumb. I'm dumb. No wonder. It's that. We are going to get rid of this and that and all of this as well. We don't care about that right now. All right, perfect. Now we get the things. And look at that. We are getting infinite loops. That's not good. Try this again. Okay. I don't know why we were getting an infinite loop. Let me look at this right quick. So cipher aborting incomplete response. Yeah, I don't know what that was about, but we've solved that. Instead of now doing GitHub installed, yeah, we'll wrap this now. We'll wrap it in a fragment. And we will also just do a little bit of this action. So we'll say JSON, oops. Stringify, and then we'll throw in these two things, installation ID and the setup action. All right, cool. So now we get this information here. I think I have Supabase already somehow. What is it? Is it here? Supabase, create client. All right, yeah, I guess I just grab Supabase. Sure. So what I'll do here is we'll do a use effect here. And we'll do a little bit of that action. And we'll also define the function that I need to run, which is, I don't know, we'll just call it update, we'll just call it update something for now. I don't know what I want to call it. So we'll call this function, it'll be an async function. Okay, and then at some point I want to call that function, and we only want to do that when it's here. If the installation ID and the setup action change, we want to run it. Okay, let's see here. So we'll say if the setup action is not install, and we just want to return. We don't want to do anything. All right, so that's our first order of business. Now after this, we now know that this is a new install. So I probably want to get that client. So we'll say wait, Supabase from something. We need to import it. Yeah, it's still jacking up my imports. Should be at common. And let's also delete all of these other things. All right, cool. So now we're going to do our from thing, and we're going to go to profiles. Oh, wait. I remember what I was talking about now. Things are just flooding back to my memory. I remember what I wanted to do. I said that I was going to split out the profile because right now I'm just throwing JSON. And the reason why I did that is because at the time I had no idea what it is I was going to do. And because of that, I didn't want to define tables and schema and all that kind of crap. But now I have a better idea of some of the things that I will have to do. And yeah, shit. Okay. I don't want to do it. I'm remembering what I left off on now. That's actually what I left off on. But for now, let's just do we're gonna do an update. And before I do that, I'm also gonna need to figure out who I am on here. So I think I have a use session, I think, that I made, maybe, hopefully. Use session, yes, I do, in my hooks. Perfect, so we'll grab a session. And I wanna update. Wait, GitHub setup. Wait, what? Yeah, this isn't, why am I not getting IntelliSense? Oh, okay, because it's an object. Okay, no wonder. Okay, so I want to update my integration configuration. And we'll say, no. We'll say EQ. And the column, I think it's going to be ID, if I'm not mistaken. And that's going to be whatever the session. Oh, okay. Maybe, okay. How about I grab the thing that I actually want out of there, which is the session. And then we can grab the user ID, maybe. Yeah, ID. And I also want to make sure that I have an ID. So we'll say if no session dot user dot, honestly, I think it's just dot user. Then we want to return. We don't want to do anything. And then we no longer need that. Integration configuration. So we're going to say integration configuration, and then we got to do some things. I have a helper function somewhere that here, this right here. Okay, here's the problem though. I have a function that returns profile, but this is something that runs on the server. I have a function in I have a function called authenticate, I think. Authenticate, yes, here. And oops, shit, what did I just do? God damn it, did I just close it? I did. Yeah, so this function here, it returns this concept, this idea of a profile, which is hacked together. Don't ignore it. But like this only runs on the server. I'm checking to make sure I might be lying. Cookies. Actually, I might be able to run this locally. I'm sorry, not locally, in the browser. Although, no, it won't use cookie. Yeah, all right. Oh, wait. Is this just a Boolean? Oh, wow. Maybe I can run this. Because it's getting a next, no. This is on the server. So I can't use that. Which means that I would first have to load the user. Which, oh my gosh, I don't want to do that. But I'm going to do it for now. Just know that like this is absolutely the wrong way of doing it. But I just want to show progress right quick. So we'll grab the user profile. We'll just call it profile. And we'll go to Supabase. And let me go ahead and wrap these so that we're not throwing away that error. What the hell? Catch. Spell it right. That's not how you spell catch, is it? Catch. H. That. All right, there we are. Grab the error. All right, cool. And we'll just log it as an error. There's nothing else that I really want to do at the moment. Cool. So now I know that I won't lose my error. And we're going to go to Supabase. And we will load our user. In fact, yeah, fine, whatever. And then let's do select. And the column that I want to select is not that. Why don't I see my IntelliSense here? Sucks. I don't know what the name of the column is. So I got to find it. Integration. Oh my gosh, it's literally this. My gosh, sometimes. All right, so we're going to pull out the integration configuration, which is JSON. And I want to do that specifically where the ID is equal to my session user ID. Oops, I think this needs to be a string. All right, so that's going to give me my profile in a sense. And I'm going to log this out because I don't actually know what type this is. I don't know why that did that. So we'll do profile. And when I say type, I don't know like what the shape of this is. Is it actually JSON? If so, then great. If not, then I'm going to have to do extra work. I turn it into JSON in my authentication method, which I think is here somewhere. Integration, where is it at? It's config. Yeah, I'm parsing it. No, I'm just gonna steal this. Screw it. We're gonna steal it. Yeah, and I'll even steal that part too. All right, so we're gonna call that something. We'll say our A. And I don't know. We'll call it A for now. I don't know what else to call it. And that's going to be the profile. And we're going to do this replacement here. And then as integration configuration, do I care about that right now? Yeah, sure. Yeah, we'll go ahead and import that for now. And I'll fix the import. I need to just go and fix this because this is starting to annoy me. I'm having to do this every single time. Go away. All right, cool. So now we'll have my profile thing here. And let's call this config at this point. This is a better name. We'll call it config. All right, so integration configuration is going to be equal to the config. Actually, no, we're going to do this. We'll say config, and then the thing that I want to change is the GitHub setup stuff. So, oh gosh. GitHub. Wait, what did I call it? Yeah, it's called GitHub. Why isn't that here? This should know that. Wait, GitHub. Yeah, how come? Wait, what? Do I not know how this function works? Is that it? All right, so this is, where is the thing? All right, so We're going to have the value, and then they're all okay. Isn't that the how? Wait, is all right. I had to look at Superbase things. Yeah, this is wrong. Is it expecting it to be a string? Maybe it is. What do I do in the other place? Fine, I will do this. I'll just copy that. Okay, so we're going to look at our config. We'll call it A or C, or whatever that is. See, that's the thing, that this should always be the case. Like this should always have something, but whatever, we'll go with it. This will be config. And then we're gonna, well, I don't think I need to parse anything. Or maybe I do need to parse something here. Oh, okay, let's do another guard. So we'll say, if there is no installation ID, we also want to return. We'll combine these. Okay, so now we should at least know that this is going to be there. The handle, I don't think I'm going to need this anymore. And yeah, I don't think I need that anymore. Repo, I don't think I need that either. I really don't like this, but again, I'm doing this just so I can like get unblocked and see some things, and I'll clean this up. I don't like, this is not going to happen. Essentially, the work that I said that I needed to do last time was that I need to take all of these different things, and I'm going to split it up into their own table, and then they'll each be referenced by the profile, so they'll have the user ID. All right, so in other words, instead of having an integration configuration, which I created mainly because I didn't know what stuff I needed and I wanted to just dump JSON. Oh, excuse me. Instead of having that, what I'm going to have is a Slack installation ID or Slack installation or whatever. And then that will point to the table for Slack. There will be a GitHub version of that, which will point to a table for GitHub. There'll be the same thing for the Google. There'll be the same thing for Twitch, for Twitter, all of those things. At the moment, it's just like a JSON blob, and maybe I don't know. Maybe I'll keep it. Who knows? The issue is that I need to be able to look up, and I mean, I could use a JSON. Yeah, whatever. I'll keep it as it is for now. All right. So we're going to have A, whatever that is, and then we're just going to say update, and then I'll just put in A, and it's not liking that. Why? Actually, yeah, I have no idea why it's not liking that one. Let's see. Okay, it's because it's JSON. What's interesting though is that I should have a function that's doing this already in my Supabase thing, so I shouldn't have to rewrite this. What was it? Update. Oh wow, I have a function to do this exactly. Oh my gosh! All right, I don't know what the hell I'm doing. Okay, so let's just delete all of this, whatever that is. We're gonna call this const config is equal to that. We'll await it. It looks like I was smart once upon a time in my life, and I did these things. I just don't remember it. All right, what do we need? That's not what we need. UID. Okay, so we'll do session user ID. Oh, that's easy. All right, so now I have my config. Okay, that's good. Okay, so then we will throw our config in here, and then we'll do the GitHub. Okay, no, still not doing it. Okay. All right, now we got to figure out how to update the thing. Which maybe I have that update integration configuration. Look at that! Oh my gosh, it's awesome when you realize that you aren't dumb after all. So we have our whatever that is. We're going to update our config. So we'll call this updated config, and then we'll just do that. We'll await, and we got to import it. All right, throw in our user ID. All right, I'm doing this more than once, so let's try this. Let's do this. We'll say UID is equal to session user ID. That way we can just do a little bit of this action. Okay. And then I need to give it the updated config, which should just be this right here. Wait, no, wait, what? Updated config. Okay, there we go. So now we get to figure out what's up with here, and I'm pretty sure that if I put this integration configuration, it'll tell me exactly what's wrong, and I know what's wrong now. So let's change GitHub integration to not need these other things. We'll just delete that for now. Or we won't do that. We will we'll make the property optional. So all of these will be optional now. And if they do exist, then they must be a string. I kind of want this to be optional too, but yeah, no, we'll keep it, whatever. Let's go to the default here, and by default we won't have any of these things. We'll just have it like that. Cool. All right, so it's still upset. Why is it upset? What is it? Installation error Postgres. Yeah, it's missing the following properties from the integration Google slide. Wait, what? Type GitHub installation number error Postgres error null config integration null. What? I don't know if I understand that one. Yeah, all of those are optional. I don't understand what this is complaining about. Unless huh? Does it not know that config is? Oh, okay, I see. I forgot that I'm returning errors. I'm doing the Go stuff. So we'll say if error, then honestly we want to just return, but we'll also like log it. So we'll call this config.error. And then we'll just log out the error. Say failed to load configuration, and then We'll just throw the error in there, whatever that is. And then config, it's not actually config, it's config.config, which is dumb to say the least, but you know, it is what it is. Actually, I'm not going to go with this. We're going to change this. I don't like this at all. So we're going to say config, then we'll call this config error, which would be error, like so. So now we'll just throw config error there. Dump that there, and then we'll just have our config. That way I don't have to do this weird config thing. All right, there we are. Sometimes it helps to remember the API of the things that you create. So we update our config and then we do the thing. Okay, and then I don't need this at all. We're good here. So let's run this. I honestly, I don't expect this to work like on the database side, but I do expect it to get much further than where we have gotten. So let's make sure that we're building. We are, and I'm gonna uninstall the app. What is this? Oh no, I don't want to delete. Okay, what is it here? Yeah. Uninstall. Yes, we will do the things. Okay. Don't care about that window. Okay, OctoKit web. I don't care. All right, cool. Let's see what we got here. Did it actually run anything? No, it didn't. All right, which is fine. Or did it? Discard. Yeah, it did. Okay, that's fine. I don't care about y'all seeing this personal access token. It doesn't exist anymore. It's gone. It's over with. So let's do the install now and let's see if it actually. Oh wait. I actually want to see what happens. Async await is not yet supported in client components. What? Wow, okay, that's silly. Async await is not allowed in a client component? This is news to me. I gotta stand up. Okay, this sucks. This seems like another reason to go ahead and do the move from to next sooner rather than later. I did not know that I can't use async await. That's, yeah. Why can't I do this on the server then? I don't think this worked either. Okay, then we won't do a use effect. We'll just define the function. Okay, let's get rid of use effects. Ah, man, is it my use session? Yes, fuck. But I think that's okay because I have another function that should allow me to create a like a, I don't know what you call it, like a server or something. I should have, honestly, I should have that here, but I didn't do it. All right, let's see if I can find it. Like, it would be Superbase something. Would it be create something, create Superbase server or something like that? I'm not seeing it. I know I did it somewhere in the past. I just don't remember what the name of that function is called. It's like something with like get server or something, like Superbase server or something. Oh, here we are. Server component client. There we are. So we'll go look at that. Okay, so we'll do this stuff here. Man, I have a lot of things that are irrelevant. Why? Is this so difficult? At this page, yes. All right, so now I can get a session this way. And we'll say if we get an auth error, we'll just return a message. All right, if we don't have a session, we'll do that. And then the session. So I don't need this anymore. We'll move that on. All right, and then we'll grab our user. So that'll be session.session or not. Okay, what is it now? User .id. I'll just say no user for now. But in reality, we want to actually do something. Actually, no. At this point, maybe we don't. I don't know. Who knows? I'll probably redirect and then keep these details and then reroute back to here once they've logged in. But for now, we'll just ignore it. Okay, so we're going to get our integration config, passing in our UID, which should actually exist at this point, but for whatever reason, it's not. So we'll say if this would, we say that would actually be there at that point because of that line right there. Maybe I'll just move it here. Yeah, because we wouldn't know. We can call that function at any point in time. So it makes sense why we have to do it that way. So after that, we have our whatever that is. And then we have our function definition, which I don't know if I'm going to keep. I don't even know if I still need it. We're going to get our integration config. Yeah, I think I want to keep this here inside of here. So we'll try to get our integration config and then our installation ID. Why is this string or null? Oh, okay. Yeah, I probably want to do the same thing here, where if I don't have either of these things, I don't need to do anything else. So we'll say if I don't have installation ID, or if my setup action is not equal to, shit, I've already forgotten what it is. Dang it. What is it? Is it like install or something? Setup? Install. Okay, yeah, there it is. It's install. So if it's not equal to install. All right. Oop, just regular install. So if it's not equal to install, then for now, we'll just return a paragraph. Same thing we've been doing. We'll just say no, I don't know, no GitHub stuff. It doesn't really matter right now. It's not actually going to stick around. All right, we'll import our database types. Now installation ID should definitely be there. So we'll say, yeah. And then, okay. So because that's now in place, I should be able to get rid of this. So we're gonna get our UID and then do some things. We're gonna do a little bit of try action. Oops. All right, and then we'll do a little bit of that action. And then after all of that, we'll do some returning stuff, I guess. I'm gonna just return in my catch here. I think this is bad. So it's no guarantee that when I get here that it's actually installed. So what I'll do is throw that in here. And then I could throw this in a finally, but I'm not. I'm just gonna do a final return. And then just be like, I don't know, GitHub not installed. I don't really have a good thing to say right now. GitHub failed to install GitHub app. All right, so this should get me at least building, hopefully. All right, use search params only works in client components. Use, oh gosh, okay. So, I think I got to go back to use the next router thing. Wait, what? Wait, what? No, that's not what I want. Use router. Use router. What? Oh, I'm tripping. Okay. Query. All right, what object is this? Oh, it's parse. Okay, perfect. So we'll call this our search params. All right, and now, okay, this is just an object, I guess. I don't know. I really don't know. So we'll do, oops. Let's put A there. Oh shit, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. You have server component that imports next router, use next navigation. Oh my gosh. Is that it? Next navigation? I thought that I couldn't do that. Oh, is it use params? But wait, I thought this, I can only use this on the client. Oh my gosh. Okay, why is it? Okay, all right. How the fuck do I get the params? God dang it. Man, I don't. Oh my gosh. I know how to do these things in Remix. Oh my gosh. I really don't like their API that much. So we'll say next.js get search query params. Server side. To access search params and pages server components, use search params prop. Use search params. They're saying to use a prop, but like, what? Okay, all right, sure. Let's just see if that pops in. Maybe it does. And then I guess it'll be get again. So search params. Do I need to use the what's the type for this? How do I get that? There should be a type for this. Let's see, maybe it's a server component or something like that. Let's just put, wait, where is that? Function, GitHub. So let's say next, I don't know, next request or something maybe? Or next server. It would be so much more helpful if they just say the fucking type. I know they have a type to find for this. I'll search for it. And can I have this include? No. I'm not defining that type. That's just stupid. I'm not doing that. I know that'll solve my problem, but that's not the way I want to solve it. I want a named type. gosh. Okay, fine. It'd be cool if this can be JS or something like that. Maybe API reference. Let's see. Image script, no. Components, no. Convention files. None of these answer my question about types. Oh my gosh, I don't like this. Would it be page props? Next page, maybe? Props is nothing. No, it's not that. But you know what? Maybe I'll just go to the type. Let's just go here. We'll go there and then actually go inside the type, and then maybe I can search for that string of search params. Not here. Okay, but that's okay. We can go into types and let's see, types global. Let's look for it here. Search params. Nope, I don't see it here either. Okay, so maybe it's not there. Wonder if it'll be server. Next request, next response. Maybe next request. Let's see if that has search params. No. I really have no idea where this could be. All right, fuck it. We'll call this any. We'll just do that. Search. Oh, that's not acceptable though, because now actually this could be get though. That's the thing. Like, I don't think maybe it doesn't care because it's any. Yeah, we'll just say that it doesn't care because it's any. Get. Okay. All right. Does it build? No. Okay, it's not happy with that. What is this? Do we even need this anymore? Get is not a function. Okay. All right, so now I know that I can't use get. It's easy enough to deal with. All right, there we are. Okay. Oh my god. Oh my gosh. I fucking hate this. Oh man, I don't. I'm trying not to talk shit about next. I don't like it though. Let's refresh. Do we get the, yeah, look at that, it worked. Oh, painful. It only took 2.5 hours. Obviously I'm not done, but I'm done for now. Oh my gosh, I'm done. Let's see here. This is migrate to GitHub app auth. So here's the other side that I'm not gonna do it now, but the next piece of this is the part that I just commented out. This, now that I know that I store the installation ID, when I get the webhook event, I can then look up, God, this is gonna make it a little bit more challenging. I'm gonna have to go and select my JSON, the config column, and then I'm gonna have to do a JSON search. And then based on whatever match I get, that'll be I'll have to return the row that contains that JSON object. And that will give me the user ID, where then I can do some things. And I think I get this webhook event after the install happens, right? Maybe. Actually, I don't know. Let's see. Let's actually go and check and see how this works now. All right, so we'll open up here. Let's. I kind of want to redirect back to another page after this happens. Or let's see what I'm getting on the webhook. Did the webhook event actually fire? No, it didn't. So let's do this all from scratch again. So I'm gonna remove the app or uninstall the app. Oh no, I never installed it. Or did I? What is this? Settings, installations. Okay, so let's see if we have any app here. I shouldn't. Okay, perfect. So now let's install the app. Let's actually do the installation. So let's delete all of this. Go to profile. All right, and then install GitHub app. Before I do anything else, I think I want to like print out this request, which I don't think I'm doing at the moment. All of this is going to go away. We don't care about that. I'm gonna just delete it. We'll log out the installation, or what is it? The login. The repositories. And you know what? Screw it. We'll just do the whole payload. Why not? Stringify. Actually, we won't even do that. We'll just log the payload as is. Okay, so we'll do the payload thing, and then I'll also log out the installation. Man, I hate when Visual Studio tries to be helpful, because it's not very helpful to me. I don't want it doing things. I prefer to do it myself. Okay, all right, so now when I install this, I'm expecting to see, let me go ahead and clear this. I'm expecting to see the webhook event fire, and then it should also navigate me to that page that I just built. So let's do that. Devlog. Wait, what? Oh my God, seriously? So I can't click, that's stupid. I need to fix that. All right, look at that, it failed. Something failed. AutoKit webhooks option not set. I don't even know. Oh, wait a minute. Wait, what? Okay, sure, whatever. I don't know if I care that much at the moment, but if we go to this endpoint here, I should see the, yeah, here we are. We get an error from the server, but we actually get the event here, so we're good. And then that's the install ID that's in the database. Let's see if that's the same install. So we 473, and then here the install is wait, where's that at? So now the install is going to be 473.502 and 473. Let's refresh. 502. There we are. So yeah, it's working. Oh my gosh. All right, that was painful. All right, so we'll just say, honestly, we don't care about this right now. This isn't working yet. But the next step is going to be get that webhook installed so that, you know, when things change, I can then go and look up and do some things. But yeah, GitHub integration is now further along. It's not done. It's just further along. So with that, I mean, I know this has been a long one, but do y'all have any questions? I got to turn down my lights a little bit now that I'm closer to my light standing up. Yeah, what questions y'all got? Hit me. And I feel like I've been ran over. No questions, no thoughts, nothing to say. Disappointing. All right. Well, I will see y'all later. Y'all have a good night. If you enjoyed any of this, you know, feel free to subscribe, follow for more. All right. Peace.